Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Pendulum coming to you live on Lagos television. The Pendulum is a platform through which we discuss political development in the country. And this afternoon on the program, we'll be looking at something very disturbing, the increasing rate of insecurity in Nigeria. And precisely, we'll be going to Oyo State, Orire local government, where it was a dark Friday for residents of that community when children, students, and of course other community members were kidnapped by terrorists in that community. That has also created some kind of fear in the southwestern part of the country, and people are beginning to raise questions as to what government is doing to play its role as enshrined in the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. So again, this afternoon, we'll be looking at that school abduction in Oyo State and the growing concern for insecurity in different parts of the country. We'll take a very short break at this moment to bring you some of the trending news in the polity. After the break, you will be meeting my guest, who is a retired security personnel. Together, we'll be looking at those germane issues being raised by people for government to address the growing concern of insecurity in Nigeria. Stay with us. And he will be giving us his own professional perspective as to why we have this increase regarding insecurity in the southwestern part of the country. Precisely, he will be speaking to what happened in Oyo State last week. Additionally, it's a pleasure to have you.
Good afternoon, presenter.
Okay, let's speak to what happened in Orire, local government area of Oyo State last Friday, where pupils, teachers, and students were kidnapped in 3 different schools: Community Grammar School, Baptist Nursery and Primary, and Early Primary School. What do you make of that incident? Because it was a very sad one for the people of Orire local government in Oyo State. What do you make of it?
Actually, it is a very sad incident, and unfortunately, again, this is the first time such occurrence will happen in the southwest. Where it is very common, it is in the north. This is the first time that such an incident will happen in southwest, to my knowledge. Actually, to me, they are not faith-based criminals. They are criminals. What I mean is that they are not ISWAP, they are not Boko Haram, and then they are not Lakura Wadi. What's the name of that one that based in Niger State? But with my experience, some of these bandits and criminals, they always add loyalty to all these terrorist group. And if you observe that armed robbery is not that very common these days, because hardly you can see much cash in the banks, in the vault of banks now. So they resulted into kidnapping to raise funds. So I believe that those criminals might be those ones that actually need money and they just want to have a sympathy to a group. Until when the security agents are able to arrest any one of them, then by the time they interrogate or interview any one of them, they will be able to know whether they have a serious or they are member of this faith-based terrorist.
Okay, as someone who had served the nation in the security formations of the country, according to what we gathered, these men were on motorbikes, they were carrying weapons, and some of them even wore army uniforms. So what happened to intelligence before they struck?
You see, it is, you know one thing, there's no any operation, neither legal or illegal, there will not be a surveillance. It is that community that I will blame, that when those boys were put in those areas of surveillance, they refused to observe them. There is no way that they will come. And there is no way that there will not be a mole or an informant or a spy within that community. Then don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that if you see the rate that motorcyclists are in Oyo State now, is well overwhelming. I can tell you that nearly 80% of motorcyclists in Oyo State are strangers.
Okay, I'm not.
There are many that even if you speak English too, they don't even understand you. It's either they speak Hausa or their own local language. They don't even know the roots. So we cannot rule out those motorcyclists as informants, as surveillance. You understand? So I will blame those communities that during the time they were observing a strange movement in that area, they did not alert, they did not act. And that is why, to me, I suggest local policing.
Before you suggest
local policing,
Mr. Additional, before you suggest local policing, you are blaming members of the community. What happened to intelligence? What happened to that?
I will blame the members of the community. I will blame the intelligence agencies like DSS, the police, because actually the police, they have their own intelligence squad that's supposed to be able. And civil defense also, they have an intelligence unit. They're supposed to read a little information about those people in that area. But everybody has to be blamed. When we are blaming the security agencies, then we also blame the community members as well.
Okay, if indeed the intelligence officers were on top of their game, were they not supposed to have nipped that incident in the bud before it happened? Because for men numbering about how many now to have been moving from one location to another in a community, carrying arms, wearing uniform on motorbikes, one would have thought that security agencies would have at least noticed something strange in that community and, of course, do the needful to arrest the situation.
If you actually know that location precisely is not in an urban area, it's not inside Ogbomoso town. And I am very sure of one thing. Those people will conceal their weapon and uniform to maybe 100 meters to the target before they can wear it. They can wear it from a long distance. And they went into the bush. Not that they went through the main road. You understand? So, and they don't move in convoy when they are coming. It's only when they are going back that they will move in convoy. They move one by one. I'm not trying to say this is how they arrived into that place, but from my own experience. So that's how they always move to their target. They move one by one to the target so that they will not be identified or notified. So actually, I would say blame the community members, because when they start seeing strange faces into that area, they're supposed to raise alarm.
Okay, when you look at what we have experienced in Kwara, in Kogi, and other neighboring states that are very close to Oyo State, even Ogun State here, is that not enough clue for security agents to increase their level of intelligence and, of course, ensure that certain communities that are border towns are well protected.
Yes, I quite agree that the intelligence agencies should increase the level of their procurement of intelligence. Then at the same time, we are moving from human intelligence to technology intelligence. We are moving from human intelligence to technology intelligence. I'm surprised that it was after that incident that they were now asking the Oyo State government about the drone that he procured, which he actually agreed. Then it was then he now said, assuming that that drone had been in use, definitely those criminals will not have a free movement, because immediately that incident happens, they could have just flown that drone to that area, then the drone will be able to monitor them as they are going. I was surprised. I was told that the governor promised that the drone could have been in place by December 25 last year. But it was just now he was saying that they are just trying to assemble it, and it will take them 2 weeks to train on how to use it. Assuming that that drone are being in place, then but I agree. It is very much necessary that we should increase our level of intelligence. But human intelligence is not all that very fast and effective like technology intelligence. After a drone is in place, no. Those people, they will not even make attempt of coming. Or if they come, they will intercept them where they were going.
Okay. So, assuming you were still in service, what would you have done differently as the state director of that state?
I know that I'm the state director of the state. I will tell all my operatives around that local government and adjoining local government that they should try to use their own agents. They must have agents, they must have sources to know much about their routes. But police and the Air Force, they're on the trail of those people, including the vigilante and the hunters. And mind you, hunters, they know all the routes inside the forest. That place is a reserve area. It's a reserve area that extends to Niger State.
Okay.
It's a reserve area.
It's good that they are tracking the bandits. The government is trying to track the bandits through all the security agencies that you mentioned. But you will recall that the federal government then, under Goodluck Jonathan, equally tracked those that abducted schoolgirls in, where's the place called now? In Borno. Chibok, yeah. In Chibok, but up until now, we have not achieved anything concrete from that tracking. So what is giving you the confidence that something positive is going to come out of this?
Actually, that Chibok girls operation was sabotaged. That time, we have machinery that ought to have been used. But within the military, that information was leaked. That information was leaked. And that is why it failed. And why they cannot be able to pick all those girls was that immediately they observed that it is possible for the Nigerian government to come and rescue them. They divided them into units. So there's no way they can go and rescue them. But like this one, it's just 39. It's not 45. Those people that were kidnapped, including the adults, they were 39.
Okay.
Though they beheaded one teacher,
Yeah.
a mathematics teacher.
Unfortunately.
It is either that man knew one of them, or he didn't obey them, or they wanted to show the footage in order to create fear on the public, so he was beheaded on Sunday.
Okay, are these happenings not enough signs to tell us that we are long overdue for the creation of state police?
Come again?
Are these signs not glaring enough to tell us that we are long overdue for the creation of state police?
It is long overdue. It is long overdue. And it is just very unfortunate that some state governors, they were not interested in the state police. Like my governor, the governor of Oyo State was among those people that kick against it. But definitely, I don't know what the Senate or National Assembly is doing, because the report, the framework has been submitted to the National Assembly. Now it is now left for them to pass it. Then they will now send it to each state, the 2/3 of the states, to approve it before they can establish it. But state police, it is long overdue. Assuming that we have state police, immediately that thing happened there, governor will be able to mobilize them. They would, like commissioner of police, before they can move, he will need to inform them. Not necessarily that it is IG that will just tell him, say, go, but he will inform IG. But like commissioner of state police, he will just give directive to them that, oh yeah, go. And he will approve any caliber of weapon to be used on them. So state police is long overdue. And at the same time, we should be conscious of local policing.
Okay.
That we in the community, we should police ourselves.
So when people see something, they should say something.
We should police ourselves. When you see, say something. But I'm telling you, in Nigeria, it is only when you are aggrieved that you say something. Even if a crime is committed in this place now, and security agents just come, try to interview, how does it happen? You just be hearing, I know I didn't witness it all. You understand? And those people that will give information, they will give exaggerated information.
Okay.
That's just the problem we are having.
As we wrap up this conversation, what do you make of the statement made by the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, saying that he's willing to negotiate to get those victims alive?
You see, any responsible government will not agree publicly that he will negotiate. No. He will not. He will not say it openly that he will negotiate. He will still continue to say they will not negotiate. But for the safety of the victims, it is better they negotiate. They strip the victims, then those criminals will be picked like snails. I can tell you that.
All right.
They will be picked like snails.
Thank you very much for your contribution on the program this afternoon. Additional Salami, a retired security personnel, giving us his own perspective to the growing insecurity concern in the southwestern part of the country. We thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll take a very short break at this moment to bring you the soundbite of the week. Of course, it will be that of the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, as well as the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, when they visited Orire community.
as a government, we will not give in to terror. We will do everything to ensure that our children and their teachers are returned safely. These are not foreign people. It's us against ourselves. So whatever it is they demand, we're ready to listen to them, address the ones that we can address as a state government, but the children and their teachers must be released timely. Now we're able to confirm conclusively that the community secondary school, about 7 students were abducted out there, while at the First Baptist Primary and Nursery School, 18 children were abducted, and the teachers involved, about 7 of them. And unfortunately, like I reported yesterday, one of them was killed.
Operatives have been trying their best, following them around. A lot of things they have been doing, what they've been able to achieve, I may not be able to say it openly here. So far, so good. Effort is on to ensure that we bring the children back.
That was the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, saying that his government is ready to do everything within its powers to rescue those victims in Orire local government of Oyo State alive. And of course, the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, equally collaborated what the governor said, saying that his officers and men are all out to ensure that these victims are rescued alive. It was an unfortunate incident, and we hope that government, be it local, state, or federal, will be more alive to their responsibilities of ensuring the welfare and security of Nigerians. That's the show this afternoon. We thank you very much for watching. Join us again at 3 p.m. next week. I am Ajibola Ojeshola. Thank you for watching.